Hey guys, and welcome to the second introduction to 3ds Max 2017 video. In this video, I want to go over and show you guys how they changed the unwrap option in Max. Or not changed, but how they updated it. So for this, I'm actually going to use one of my models that I've done for a personal project. It's a very simple game resolution mesh of a character, and let's see how we can unwrap this inside 3ds Max. So for this, we just need to add an unwrap UVW and click on the open UV editor. What you're going to notice is exactly like with that we saw in the first video. All the menus, they are pretty much the same, but they have different color schemes, so it might take a little bit of twiddling around just so you can work around better and, well, be comfortable using all the options. So as soon as you click on the open UV editor, since I've actually cleaned up all the UVs, you're going to see that they're all jumbled. So we basically have no UVs. So here is the new thing that they've added. They added the option that for some reason they didn't put it up until now, and that is the option to, when you're selecting the seams, you can double click and it's going to select the whole loop. Something very, very simple, very, very fast, but for some reason they didn't add it up until now. So hold down Control, select both of these. Oops, there we go. I think I got the wrong one. Yes, alright. So once we have both of these, I can click on the convert edge selection to seams and make those two seams. Now, here is the very interesting part that they've added. They've added the option that when you go over to peel mode and click it, it's going to auto peel everything that you've cut in, and you're going to see it live. So as I'm going to be cutting up the model, you're going to see the changes appear here live. So here's what I mean. For example, if I want to cut off my glove here, and I go with the point-to-point seams, and here's another great thing they've added. So once you click and you draw, it's going to show you a visual representation where that seam is going to be cut before you cut it, so you get a lot more control. So click. As you can see, it's already changing in the window on the side, and as soon as I cut it to the end, I'm going to show you another great thing they've added. Alright, so I've cut it up till here, which is great. And now I just need to add one more line on the bottom so the hand can be, alright, cut in up until here. Cut. Alright, now as you can see, this entire arm has been cut off, and if I select the whole thing, you're going to see that here it's already been unwrapped. So it's being unwrapped by the quick peel mode. Now here's the thing that they actually do really love they've added. When you go over here, or actually here, where it says the checker pattern, you can choose to see what is the area distortion. So once you click it, it's going to give you this blue and red areas that are more or less telling you where the issues are with your model. So if everything is white, then it means that everything is okay. If it's starting to get red or reddish, then it means you have some texture stretching. Or if it's blue, you have some texture squishing. Or it might be the other way around. I'm not pretty sure as of now, but one, I'm pretty sure that it's one of the color is squishing, the other is stretching. So let's see how we can deal with this. For example, I'm going to put it back to checker pattern so I can see, or not. All right. Okay, here we go. Select the whole thing. Alright, here's the problem. What usually happens when Max starts doing this is it likes to crash. I've tried unwrapping this model a few times before, and it crashes quite a lot. So like I said in the first video, if you're really like well, if you're thinking about using Max as it is now, the 2017 version, for your production work, stave off that choice, because you might actually end up with a lot more problems that it's worth it. So selection to seams, cut up the head. Again, I'm really hoping that it won't crash on me. Alright, so area distortion. Okay, awesome. Now I'm gonna go with the cut tool, or the point-to-point seams, and as I'm cutting in, you're gonna notice that this thing is gonna start to relax. Alright, let's put it like this. And as I'm going with the point-to-point seam, there we go, up until here, you're noticing that our entire model is starting to relax. We're losing all that red, all of those red areas. So from the bottom to the jaw. Alright, go upwards tiny bit more. There we go. And here's how that looks, how that thing looks as it is right now. So again, I'm gonna go and make this go over to here. This side, cut in the mouth piece. Alright, the mouth has been relaxed. Cut in the eye sockets. So this is pretty much how you would unwrap character. So if you've ever had to do something like this for well, for your project, you're pretty much aware the amount of pain that this can be when you're doing this inside Max, or inside previous versions of Max. But as it is right now, it's really enjoyable, because with this map that's showing you the stress points, you know where to take a look at first and what you should fix. So like this, up until here. There we go. We distressed that area. Again, all over. There we go. We relaxed this area as well. So more or less, as we can see, our model here has been distressed. Now the other thing is to go and distress this portion over here, which again can be done by cutting in a seam where the belt is gonna be. And you're noticing that as I'm doing the cutting, it's really starting to show up. And now as soon as I finish up the whole thing, there we go, the pants have been distressed, the bottom part. Now what we have to do here is go over and cut in one from the top to here, cut it from the other side. So basically we're making like a sleeve for our model. There we go, up until down, and there we go. Now if you take a look, you're gonna notice that the UVs has already been laid out for us. We can either use it like this, or we can even if we want, we can choose to go ahead and cut in one more seam over here and have it separate for front and the back. So let's go ahead, do it like that. But again, I'm really hoping it won't crash. Okay. So there it is. We can see all the changes done over here. And like I said previously, I'm actually surprised at how well this thing works as of now. But in all honesty, I think that Autodesk should have fixed this issue quite a long time, because there are other softwares that are really good at doing this kind of stuff. So, well, the good thing is they are starting to get there. Alright, so for a few more things that I want to do before I go over and explain a few more of the options, and that is just to cut in the holes for the ears, because they are going to make a bit of a problem here for our mesh. Alright, cut out the ears. Alright, that is going to distress model over here. Do it on the other side as well. There we go. Okay, so now here's the other thing that I find interesting to work with with this new way of well, unwrapping, and that is this brush you have here. You have the UV paint movement brush and the relax by Polygon angles. So what this brush does is basically it's averaging out the distance between the vertices or the UV pieces. So once you click it, you're gonna notice one thing, that as you're moving it around, well, let me just amp up the strength or the fall off. Soft selection, all right. Okay. Now the good question here would be how to make this bigger. Or, well, fine. All right, as you can see, as I'm moving these lines or these areas, it's starting to change how those UVs are laid up, and it's starting to distress the model a bit. So I can go with the UV paint movement and then move them. So if I don't want any of these vertices to be in a certain position, I can click and drag. That way I can distress them. But you really want to make sure that you don't really move too much, because if you're moving too much, you're gonna get distortion in your model. So here we go. Whoops. This is what I meant. Okay. That is okay. If we have some other issues like the mouth, click and drag it outwards, drag it here, and it's averaging out the distance between the mesh. So all in all, kudos to Autodesk for making this a new change to unwrapping. It actually they might make it so it's more enjoyable to work with inside 3ds Max when you're unwrapping. And the one last thing I almost forgot to say is that when you select something, for example, let me just turn off the quick peel. When you select something, and for example, if I move this over to the side, you're gonna notice one thing, that, well, alright, texture checker, nope, checker pattern. Alright, once you put it over to the side, what you're gonna notice is that you get these new tiles. So wherever you put it, you're gonna see how those UVs would behave in a new tile or a 0 to 1 tile. So if you're putting them to the side and you want to use them for another channel, then now you have a visual representation how far that channel would go or how far that whole field would be. So that would be it for this short introduction to the news to 3ds Max 2017 Unwrap. I'm gonna say this just one more time. It's really unstable as of now because it really does like to crash a lot. It crashed on me 3 times. Luckily, while I was making this video, it didn't crash. But in a few patches, I'm pretty confident that 3ds Max 2017 is going to have a pretty decent unwrapping tool. As it is right now, it's good, but the crashing issue is pretty much making it not be reliable. So that would be it for now, and I really hope you guys enjoy watching this video and you managed to learn something new, or you were informed about some of the novelties that 3ds Max is going to bring with its 2017 iteration. And that would be it for this video. And of course, like always, if you did like it, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more. So I will see you all guys in the next video. Bye bye.